Good evening, East Alabama. Welcome into the locker room on this Tuesday afternoon. I'm Namath Pitts. I hope that you have had a great week so far. We are starting number one of 3 shows this week. We've got a great week in store for you guys on the locker room. Today we are going to be talking in City of Anniston Youth Baseball. You're going to hear from the coaches of the 10U, 12U, 8U, T-ball. Hear from the softball coach as well. Going to hear from some players. We're going to show you guys some video footage of their practice yesterday for a couple different age groups. And then tomorrow we're going to have video footage from the Alexandria Baseball Banquet, which is tonight. Also going to have interviews with Coach Welch, with more players, more of their seniors that are headed out on their way. So really a lot of great local content this week. And then Friday to end the week, we're going to start our top 10 moments from this past school year. So Friday we'll go ahead and do number 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6. So that is 10, 9, 8, 7. Pardon me, not 6, just 10, 9, 8, and 7. And that'll lead us into next week where the plan is to continue to do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and show you my Namath Pitts top 10 moments from this past academic and athletic school year. Hey, I want to remind you of our East Alabama Now news tonight at 6:30 p.m. Mike Stedham and Katie Edwards, of course, have your local news. John Holder has the week off. Matter of fact, he was at SeaWorld yesterday, living his best life. So Kevin is filling in for him this week on the weather. And I will bring you your sports where we will be talking about the all-state soccer teams. The Donahoe Falcons, state runner-up in Class 1A through 3A. They had 4 all-state players, and we have some video footage of them from this playoffs against Altamont. You're also going to hear from 3 of those 4 players that made all-state. Hey, we have got a packed show, and we're definitely going to go over our typical limit, but that's why it's 3 days a week. That way we have more content for you guys on the days that we do have the show. So let's start our action by talking about the Anniston 12U baseball team. I was out at Anniston Youth Field yesterday. We're just going to show you guys some highlights of the 12U team practicing right there, taking some field work. While I was out there at Anniston yesterday, they did some field work, and we actually played a scrimmage game, 4 innings. I was the pitcher for both teams. Guys, I got to tell you, I broke City of Anniston records yesterday. 4 complete innings for both teams. 16-plus earned runs, 40-plus hits, a torn muscle, one for one at the plate with a triple, and I gave up a home run to my big man right there at catcher. His name's Daniel Story. He took me deep, not just deep, guys, deep over center field, and that's the longest home run I've ever given up. I did tell Coach, though, I never played in youth, so I still technically have 2 years of eligibility left for 12U, so if they need me, I mean, I'm ready, but I think they're going to be just fine without me. But needless to say, the City of Anniston does a great job. This 12U team's done a great job all season. Coach Trevecchio Roberts does a great job with them. They have some very talented players, Daniel Story, Cam Williams, Haraji Harris, a couple guys that you're going to hear from, and a lot of other players that I didn't even mention just now that are also really good players for this team. And so, of course, you see a little bit of them practicing yesterday. And, we've talked with Trevecchio Roberts before. He is the director for the City of Anniston and also the head coach of the 12U team. And one thing we talked about away from the 12U team, but talking from a director standpoint, Anniston's actually going to get to host the 6U tournament, which is a pretty good opportunity to get to do that. And the Calhoun County 6U T-ball is what it's known as, T-ball, which is 3, 4, 5, and 6. The T-ball tournament is going to start next Friday, May 31st. And it is going to be next Friday, May 31st, and next Saturday, June 1st. And that's going to be out at the City of Anniston Fields, back over there behind the Aquatic Center in Fort McClellan. So Anniston's going to get to host the T-ball tournament. We talked with Trevecchio Roberts, who talked a little bit more about getting the opportunity to host the T-ball tournament and what you can expect.
I'm excited to host the 6U T-ball tournament this year. We pretty much came combined with schools in the county with Weaver, Welburn, and Sachs. We pretty much doing the T-ball tournament here May 31st to June 1st. I'm excited for the kids because it's the first time we hosted it. Last year it was at Sachs. It was a good turnaround, and we just fell in line with hosting it this year.
You saw some video footage of the 12U team. Trevecchio is the head coach of the 12U team. We talked a little bit about his 12U team and kind of the challenges that they will present to their opposing opponents. So here's Coach Roberts talking a little bit more about his 12U team and where he feels like they are the strongest.
The 12U team is pretty much good. We had a pretty good season. We came came pretty good this year. We had a lot of wins this year, a lot of big wins this year. We had good pitchers, good catcher, and we pretty much hit the ball very well. Our strengths right now is pretty much hitting the ball and on the bases, but I do have a pitcher that that can get it down there. So it's like, we got some guys that's ready to go. We're looking forward to, seeing what's going on with All-Stars.
Anyone that knows Trevecchio knows how great of a guy he is. But there's some other guys that are really good guys out there helping this team that I got a chance to just hang out with yesterday. And just really enjoyed my time with Anniston. I got to tell you this, a lot of people give Anniston a bad perception. It's really not that bad. I can tell you from my experience, going to Anniston games on Friday nights, it's honestly one of the best places to go on a Friday night, and especially with the youth. They get a bad rap for some reason. I don't know why, because in the time that I did football this past fall, talked to these guys in basketball and baseball, Anniston's been probably one of my favorite places to go. In terms of hospitality, they are certainly at the top. And so I don't understand it. But, one thing that we don't speak enough about is these coaches that take time out of their days to be with these guys. Trevecchio works a job all day, comes right over, coaches these guys. I got home at 8 o'clock last night, and I left before they were even done scrimmaging. So it tells you, the amount of work that these guys were putting in last night. So we talked with Trevecchio, and he talked about what he loves most about coaching.
My favorite part about coaching the 12U team is pretty much that these guys grew up the last 3 years. We started out as 10U, the same group of guys, and we just been grinding and, working and, being out here, daily, just trying to get better each and every year that we're out here. And I tell these guys, as much as they do, in the off season is going to help us during the regular season and going towards All-Stars.
Yesterday, one of those players that took me deep, and I mean deep, over center field was Daniel Story, and he is 12, by the way. I told him I wanted to check his birth certificate. It's legit. He's definitely on age, but we talked with Daniel Story, he is one heck of an athlete, one heck of a baseball player, and is going to do great things throughout his future of athletics, but he talked a little bit about what his favorite part about playing baseball is.
My favorite part is playing with the team, the environment I'm around, the way we're excited in the dugout, and having a good coach to lead by my side and make sure we win some games.
Well, Trevecchio certainly does a great job leading these guys. Daniel talked also about who his favorite MLB Major League Baseball player is and why.
My favorite MLB player, probably Aaron Judge, the way he hits the ball and plays on the field.
Aaron Judge is one of the best players in the game. There's no question about that. What does Daniel Story love to do away from baseball? Well, here he is telling you what he loves to do away from the diamond.
I play other sports, and football is one of those favorite things in that category, so I have to say football.
Another player that we talked to last night that plays for the 12U team is Cam Williams, and Cam Williams talked about his favorite memory of this season so far.
It's been going up on my first at-bat and hitting the home run.
That's pretty impressive, Cam. I can say that I have never stepped up in my first at-bat and hit a home run. But one thing that I noticed about Cam yesterday was he's got some good style, by the way. He has some good shoes. But we talked a little bit more about playing baseball. He talked about his favorite memory was hitting a home run his first at-bat. But what is it about baseball that he loves? He shared a little bit more with us.
I like playing with the people who I play with, and I've been liking the sport ever since I was young.
Well, that's a pretty good reason to play the game. You got to enjoy it. You got to have fun. You got to love being around other people. For Cam, you couldn't see his shoes, but guys, he had some really nice shoes on, some shoes that I probably wouldn't have wore out there because I'd have been afraid of getting them dirty. I asked Cam what his favorite shoe was and why.
It's probably Jordan 4s. I don't know. It's because I can style it different to what everybody else style.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you right now, Cam may be a fashion designer one day. He's certainly got good taste in shoes. The last player we talked to from the 12U team was Haraji Harris, and he talked a little bit about playing baseball and why he loves playing baseball.
Probably running the bases and hitting the ball.
Right to the point. Running the bases and hitting the ball. I mean, if you're doing those two things, that's a recipe for success for any team. Haraji also talked about his favorite Major League Baseball player and why this person is his favorite Major League Baseball player.
Yeah, Aaron Judge. I like the way he hit the ball.
Well, Aaron Judge did break a record, just a couple years ago for home runs. Very powerful batter in Major League Baseball. Haraji, though, is an Anniston Bulldog through and through. He talked about why he loves going to Anniston.
All my friends that I know and the people I go to school with.
Again, right to the point. These young guys, they don't waste any time. All right, that's the 12U team for the Anniston Bulldogs. Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk about the 10U team, talk with Coach Colbert. And as we continue on this Tuesday afternoon, do not go away. Thank you for staying with us on The Locker Room.
We're able to connect faster than ever through technology. Maybe you've noticed that real connection is hard to come by. Parker Memorial Baptist Church offers you a place to connect, a place to learn more about Jesus and the difference He can make in your life, a place to build relationships with like-minded believers, or maybe discover what it means to be a follower of Jesus Christ, a place to use the gifts and talents God has given you, a place where we love God and we love you. Parker Memorial Baptist Church, 1205 Quintard Avenue, Anniston. Visit our website for details.
We continue on this Tuesday afternoon on The Locker Room. I'm Namath Pitts. We want to remind you to hit that like and follow button on our East Alabama Now page so that you don't miss The Locker Room. We're here every weekday, Monday through Friday, for our East Alabama Now news at 6:30 p.m. The Locker Room is now 3 days a week for the months of May, June, and July. I almost said every day because that's what I'm typically used to saying, but we're working out some bad habits and starting some new good habits. Hey, we talked with Coach Colbert, who coaches the 10U team for the Anniston Bulldogs. I got to tell you, a lot of the video footage that you saw during football season from Northeast Alabama Youth Athletics that involved the Anniston Bulldogs, if it wasn't physically me being at the field, Marquez Colbert was one of those guys that sent us video every single week. So first of all, just thank you to Marquez. He's been just a great person that has sent video footage of things, sent us baseball highlights this year. He's certainly been one of those guys that stepped up when I say, hey, send us highlights to our email, send us highlights to our Facebook page. Marquez is a guy that's done that. And he's a great guy, by the way, too, if you just get to know him. And Marquez Colbert coaches the 10U team, and he talked a little bit about the 10U team and where he feels like they are the strongest and where they are going to challenge other people the most during All-Stars.
I got 2 returning veterans, I call them. I got Ethan Kroom. I got Aiden Colbert. When Aiden is on the mound and Ethan's behind the plate, I don't see nobody beating us in this tournament. Ethan like a brick wall back there. Aiden bringing it. He's really bringing it. Play 12U sometimes, so 10U is easy for him. So I think we'll be pretty strong on the pitching and catching area.
Marquez giving a little locker room material right there to some other teams. Ain't nobody going to beat us. You heard it in quotations. Coach Colbert, though, my favorite thing that he talked about yesterday was he made a mention to the famous Jackie Robinson. And here he is telling you more about why he loves coaching the 10U team. And he's going to basically talk about what I just mentioned about the Jackie Robinson reference.
I got some characters. On my team. Bunch of babies came up to 10U from 8U. Had to just turn them into some big boys. It was a bunch of crying at first, but now we having fun. One kid called himself Jackie. That's my favorite. That's Braxton. Y'all will see him soon in the tournament. He get on that base and them fingers get to going, you know he finna steal.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to keep an eye on that and see if Jackie can get a couple stolen bases during the All-Star tournament. Hey, by the way, the 10U, they're going to be, of course, be a part of the USSSA All-Star Baseball Regional. That is going to be hosted at 3 different locations. It's going to be hosted at Oxford, at Center, and at Alexandria. And that's going to start up on Monday, June 3rd, and it's going to basically run over until the next, basically into the weekend, because that's going to run until the 8th. And so the All-Star Regional. Hey, speaking of that, I'll be coming back in on the 3rd. I'm actually going to be off on the 3rd. John Holder will be filling in for me on East Alabama Now News that night. I'll be coming back from vacation. But that following Tuesday, we will be at the All-Star Regionals for USSSA. I will be there all week getting highlights just as if it was a state championship tournament for a local team. So if you're going to be out at Alexandria or Oxford, expect to see me there. Going to try to mix it up between the 12U, the 10U, the 8U. It's going to be hard. I know there's going to be some disappointed parents because I'm not going to have their kid. But just, again, work with me. And, again, if you take video during the USSSA Regional, please send it to us. All you got to do is message our Facebook Messenger or email us at eansports23@gmail.com. It's that simple. That's all you got to do to help us out. But we did interview a couple 10U players for the Anniston Bulldogs. One of those was Aiden Colbert, and Aiden Colbert talked about what he loves most about playing baseball.
It's like people don't really like it, but at the same time, I think it's fun. You get to show people and shut people up when they talk down on you, and it's fun to hit.
Aiden, you keep proving them doubters wrong. You keep shutting them up, and you keep showing them what you're capable of, because the sky is the limit for you, buddy. And one thing about Aiden is he gets to play for his dad, Marquez Colbert. And so there's a special relationship there between father and son. So Aiden talked about his favorite part and what he likes the most about getting to play for dad.
With my dad as the coach, it's like he know what I can do that other coaches don't know. He know what positions I can play, and he know what I like.
Aiden talked about who his favorite Major League Baseball player is and talked about why.
It's Ronald Acuna Jr. It's because he is real fast, and I like how he hits, and like that we wear the same number.
That's pretty cool that you wear the same number, and he is fast indeed, Aiden. I would say, though, you're probably just as fast as him, but we'd have to time it to really figure out. Another player that we talked to from the 10U team was Ethan Kroom. And I got to tell you, Ethan Kroom's the catcher. You heard Coach Colbert reference that a minute ago. Ethan talked about what he loves the most about playing baseball.
My favorite part about playing baseball is like that you get to show people what you can do and stuff on the field.
Ethan's dad's an assistant, also helps coach with Marquez. So I asked Ethan the same question I asked Aiden, what he likes the most about also getting to play for dad.
Like I like that he knows what I can do. He puts me on the field. He pushes me hard and stuff. And he knows what I can do, so he pushes me hard so I can reach my potential.
Ethan talked a little bit about what he likes to do when he's not playing baseball.
I like to play my game with my friends and go outside and play basketball. And I like to throw football with my cousins and stuff.
Well, Ethan Kroom and Aiden Colbert are looking to help lead the 10U team to a state tournament appearance. Can they do that? That is to be determined. Hey, we have still got T-ball, softball, and 8U as we continue on the Locker Room. We'll be right back with more. Don't go away.
Spring into freshness at WM. Celebrate the season with our bountiful selection of farm fresh produce. From juicy berries to crisp greens, taste the flavors of spring at WM. Visit us today and let the freshness bloom in every bite. For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Welcome back into the Locker Room. I'm Namath Pitts. We are picking back up where we were talking about Anniston Youth Baseball for the city of Anniston. We showed you some video earlier of the 12U team practicing. With that being said, let's go take a look at the smallest kids on the block. That is the T-ballers. We have some video footage of the T-ball team practicing yesterday on the T-ball field. Here it is right here. You see Coach get ready to roll them some ground balls. Look at these little T-ballers. I feel like the T-ball kids are getting bigger and taller every single year. I remember they used to be small. You see Coach, though, that's Shannon Terrell right there doing a great job of actually coaching these players, not just throwing them out there and just letting them play in the dirt or do whatever they want, but actually trying to help them learn, figure out how to grow as they play the game called baseball. You see him right here. Good job, buddy. All these kids had a good little arm on them. Look at there. That's not a short little throw they're making. I mean, they're throwing the ball. So you see the Anniston T-ball team right here again working on some fielding work. And then here in a minute, we're going to see them working a little bit on some catching. You see another group over on the left side. Uh-oh. Got through, buddy. Go get it. Does a great job of going and getting it. Gonna make a look, butterfly. That's the hardest challenge probably with T-ballers is keeping them focused. That was a great throw, though. You see the T-ball team. I'm going to let y'all watch them for a second, then we're going to move over to our catching drills. That's a nice glove right there. Lime green is popping out. All right, Coach comes over here again, doing a good job of trying to actually coach them, teach them, show them something. Saying, hey, if you move your glove reverse right there, you got a better chance of getting that. Uh-oh, somebody fell on the ground. Now over here, we're working on catching. Working on throwing the ball and catching the ball. Did a good job, good catch. You see Coach right here, eyes on the ball. See here, you're moving the glove, keeping your eye on the ball. Doing a great job of coaching them. Again, I noticed one thing about these T-ball kids. They all got strong arms. I like this man's fit right here. He's got some style. Got some blue pants. Got some nice sunglasses. He was dressed nicer than me yesterday. All right, you see the T-ball team right there practicing. They're coached by Shannon Terrell. And speaking of Shannon Terrell, we talked with her yesterday out at Anniston Youth Baseball Field. We shared with you guys the Calhoun County T-Ball All-Star Tournament is going to be at Anniston next Friday and Saturday, May 31st and June 1st. Anniston gets the opportunity to host, but Coach Terrell talked a little bit about what it is about coaching T-ball that she loves. She shared with us her favorite part of coaching T-ballers.
Watching the relationships and seeing the babies grow is probably my favorite part.
There's certainly challenges with coaching T-ballers. They're young. They don't listen most of the time. They play in dirt. They chase butterflies. There's a lot of challenges. Coach Shannon Terrell talked about the challenges she faces with coaching T-ballers.
Whew, they don't listen. You know, they got minds of their own. And something about the dirt is just heaven. Like they need the dirt. That is very true, Coach. It is certainly heaven for them. But again, they get the opportunity to host a T-ball tournament. Coach Terrell talked a little bit more about that. So this is only my second year coaching T-ball, and I haven't played softball since I was young. So it's an honor to know that my team, we were disciplined and we did the thing. So it's an honor to be asked to be the T-ball coach for the All-Stars. That means, me and my coaching staff, we did good. We did something good there.
Yes, you did, Coach, and get the opportunity to host the T-ball tournament. She mentioned softball, though. Anniston's Youth Softball All-Star team is coached by Mitch Coleman, who also sent us some video earlier this year. Mitch Coleman talked about the group of girls he's got this year, talked about the growth he's seen them made this season. Here he is with more on both of those two things.
They grew. We took a little dip, but toward the end of the season, we started picking up. I got a good group, they've been with me some of them been with me since T-ball, so, I just try to get all the girls that I can and try to make a team for Anniston, man. But I got a good group.
Mitch talked about his favorite part about coaching the girls.
Just interacting with the girls, man. They make me laugh, they make me mad, they make me, just hugging on them, loving on them. They know I'm gonna be loud as long as they show me effort and all that. I'm with, I love coaching, man.
Mitch does a great job of representing Anniston in a great way. Mitch talked a little bit about what it is like to be an Anniston Bulldog and his favorite part of being a part of the Anniston community.
Oh, man, I love the community, man. I came here from Jacksonville, man. I've been in Jacksonville my whole life, so I came here, man. I just picked up with them, and, man, it's just been Bulldog Nation, man. I love it. I love the community, man.
Dogs on three, as they say. And we talked with the daughter of Coach Coleman, Skylar Coleman. If we're going to give baseball some love, we got to give softball some love. Skylar talked about her favorite part about playing softball.
Sometimes I like hitting the ball and sometimes I like catching the ball.
Dad, sometimes was the key word. Sometimes she doesn't like it. Sometimes she does like it. But Skylar gets to play for Dad, and we asked Colbert about getting to play for his dad. And so here's Skylar talking about her favorite part about getting to play for her dad.
It's just that he just like, he knows I'm just gonna like do what I'm trying to do and like everything else.
She's trying her hardest, Dad. She's trying her hardest. She finally talked about what she loves to do away from the game of softball.
I love playing on my phone and everything else.
All right, we have now talked 12U, 10U, T-ball, and softball, which means we have one team left. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have video of the 8U team. We're going to talk with the head coach, Joshua Kerr, and we're going to talk with two of his players, and that'll wrap it up for us. So do not go away. We continue on talking Anniston Youth Baseball on the Locker Room.
We're able to connect faster than ever through technology. Maybe you've noticed that real connection is hard to come by. Parker Memorial Baptist Church offers you a place to connect, a place to learn more about Jesus and the difference He can make in your life, a place to build relationships with like-minded believers, or maybe discover what it means to be a follower of Jesus Christ, a place to use the gifts and talents God has given you, a place where we love God and we love you. Parker Memorial Baptist Church, 1205 Quintard Avenue, Anniston. Visit our website for details.
We wrap this show up on this Tuesday afternoon by continuing our conversation about Anniston Youth Baseball. We are going to be talking about the 8-year-olds. I've actually got to see the Anniston 8U team play. I was an official during one of their games earlier this season out at Fort McClellan. I've seen a lot of the 8U teams around here, very familiar with their coaching staffs. And I got to tell you, Joshua Kerr does a great job with this 8U team at Anniston. He's a great guy, by the way, too, if you really get to know him and know what he's about. So we talked a little bit with Josh yesterday. He talked about the 8U team at Anniston, talked about the growth they've made this season. So here's Joshua Kerr talking about where he's seen his 8U team grow the most this season.
Yeah, so the way I've seen them grow, the things I've seen them grow with was being able to hit the ball more. They've really improved on hitting, fielding. It's been really influential to see. When I first started doing T-ball, I had a little bit of kids, and then the next time I had more of the kids, but some of them moved up, some of them stayed down. But now it's like after my 4th year, I've had like all my kids, so it's been really good to watch them grow.
You know, coaching is a special thing. I see it a lot of times when officiating. You see the relationship that coaches build with their players. Joshua Kerr talked a little bit about what it is about coaching that he loves.
The personal level that I get to have with the kids. We pray after every game, and I just get to have that relationship outside of baseball.
That's pretty awesome, Joshua. That is really what it's all about, so I applaud you for that. He talked a little bit about All-Stars and what he's looking forward to the most about the 8U team when it comes to the All-Star tournament in a couple weeks.
Putting everything together, executing the way that we were all, where they were all coached at the execution. So we're ready to see that and put into play and see how far we can get in this, and hopefully we'll go all the way.
And the 8U team will be a part of the USSSA All-Star Baseball Regional again, which will be at Oxford Center in Alexandria. That starts Monday, June 3rd, and runs until the 8th. Now, Mitch Coleman's softball team, their tournament also starts Monday, June 3rd, and runs to the 8th. But the softball tournament will be at Woodland Park. So that is where the softball tournament will be. Baseball will be at Alexandria Center and Oxford. Softball will be at Woodland Park over in Anniston. So we did talk with a player for the 8U team. We talked with Braylon Colbert, and he talked a little bit about baseball and what it is that he loves about playing baseball.
I like playing second base.
Why?
Because every time they hit the ball to me.
He likes when the ball comes to him. He wants to play some baseball. He wants to play some defense. That's what I'm talking about. Braylon talked about his favorite Major League Baseball player, so here he is.
Acuna Jr.
Why is he your favorite?
He's good, and I always watch him sometimes.
Braylon, we can both agree that he is good. I will agree with you on that. And the last player that we talked to yesterday at Anniston was Malachi Kerr. Malachi answered one question for us. He plays for his dad, Joshua Kerr. So here's Malachi Kerr talking about what he loves about playing baseball.
Batting and catching.
That's a pretty good reason to like playing baseball. He's the catcher, so he likes catching, and he likes hitting the ball. Those two go together very well. I'll go ahead and tell you, Malachi, if you can get those two things down and fundamentally sound, catching and hitting baseballs, then you'll have a future playing Major League Baseball potentially. You never know. All you got to do is put those two together and give it all you got, and you can do anything you set your mind to. Hey, I had a great time yesterday at Anniston Youth Baseball Field. That certainly will not be the last thing we do when it comes to youth baseball in this area. Hey, that is unfortunately going to do it for us today, though. I got to get out to Alexandria to get ready for the banquet for the senior championship team. I say senior because they have 15 seniors. So we're going to get out there for the banquet for the Alexandria baseball team. We'll have more on that tomorrow. Other than that, I hope you'll join me on East Alabama Now News tonight at 6:30 p.m. where we will talk all-state soccer with 3 Donahoe Falcons soccer players. All right, have a great afternoon. God bless, and thank you for watching The Locker Room.